Good day to everyone. I'm ElpidioLuis Hidalgo Jr. of class MGT545 Strategic Management and Competitive Globalization. As one of the requirements to deliver for the class is to present a video presentation describing an important lesson or point supporting a recommendation in helping a company I have chosen to analyze during the duration of the course. Hence, I am here to present about the vertical integration and diversification strategies and which of these strategies I have recommended to the company I analyze, which is BioV Incorporated. So, sit back and relax as we go over my analysis. For this presentation, I have the following agenda discussion. We will start with brief introduction about BioV Incorporated, followed by the discussion of vertical integration, the three types of vertical integration, and which among these types I have recommended for BioV to implement. After that, we will proceed to discuss about diversification strategy as an alternative strategy for BioV, its three types, and which among the types I have recommended for BioV to implement. Then I'll provide a recap of my two chosen strategies for BioVs, and will proceed to the conclusion where I'll discuss which among the two I chose for BioV to implement best. So BioV Incorporated is a clinical stage pharmaceutical company dedicated to developing innovative drug therapies for chronic debilitating conditions focusing on neurological and neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases and advanced liver diseases. Recently, the company announced a proposed public offering to raise funds for its research and development efforts, underscoring its commitment to creating new solutions that improve patients suffering from these severe conditions. BioV Incorporated's mission is to create new innovative therapy solutions to provide much healthier and better lives for people who have Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, advanced liver, and long COVID diseases. BioV Incorporated can make use of corporate strategies in order to achieve growth for sustainability and competitiveness into a highly competitive biopharmaceutical market. Let us review BioV's overall financial status through important financial position and efficiency metrics. Let's start with cash and debt. BioV has net cash positions of 17.73 million based on 30.35 million in cash and 8.42 million in debt. For current ratio metric, BioV has a 2.45 current ratio, indicating its assets is more than twice its current liabilities. For debt equity ratio metric, BioV has 0.39 debt equity ratio, indicating debt is moderately level with respect to its equity. For return on equity, BioV has negative 175.58% ROE, which means it has no positive returns on shareholders. For return on invested capital metric, BioV has negative 75.18%, which means it is not generating positive returns on its invested capital. With these informations, we can conclude that BioV's overall current financial status is not great and is implying the need for strategic decisions. BioV Incorporated has been actively seeking fundings to help support its clinical trials and operations. Most recently, it secured 13.1 million in funds to evaluate NE3107 for treating long-term COVID-19 from the U.S. Department of Defense. In addition, it raised 21 million in gross proceeds from an equity financing round. BioV intends to use the acquired fundings to finance working capital and generate corporate expenses, including the NE3107 Phase 2 launching and to complete the QD formulation development for Alzheimer's disease trial. All these fundings are good, but BioV needs more in order to gain a competitive position in the biopharmaceutical industry. Besides financial issues, BioV faces other challenges, namely dependency on external suppliers, the high cost of raw materials, and the risk of supply chain disruptions. These are the reasons why a vertical integration strategy is recommended. Why vertical integration? Is because vertical integration can ensure BioV a steady supply of high-quality raw materials. It will enable BioV to achieve cost reduction and supply chain independence, and it will enable BioV as well to enhance its research and development capabilities. Vertical integration is a strategy that companies use to streamline their operations. It involves taking ownership of various stages of its production process. Companies achieve vertical integration through mergers or acquisitions or establishing suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, or retail locations rather than outsourcing them. Vertical integration often requires significant initial capital investment. There are three types of vertical integration. The first one is backward integration, which enables a company moves the ownership control of its product to a point earlier in the supply chain or the production process. The second one is forward integration. This type of integration enables a company to expand its control of the distribution process and sale of its finished products. And lastly is the balance integration, which enables a company be the manufacturer of a product but also allow it to be the middleman for sale and distribution of the product. Backward vertical integration is best for BioV, specifically because it facilitates acquiring or merging with suppliers involved in earlier production stages. The benefits of vertical or backward vertical integrations are pertaining to supply chain control because it ensures consistent supply and reduced risk of delays and quality issues. Another one is about cost reduction because it lowers production costs by producing in-house, freeing up resources for R&D and marketing. The third one is about product integrity because it maintains high quality of biopharmaceutical drugs. And lastly is about financial stability because it reduces dependency on external suppliers and price fluctuations. With regards to BioV's implementation of backward vertical integrations, there are two acquisition targets. The first targets are the companies specializing in high-quality raw materials and rare biocomponents, and the last one is contract manufacturing organizations. With regards to the actual implementation step, the first step is to identify reputable suppliers of essential raw materials. The second step is to assess financial feasibility and potential cost savings. The third step is secure additional funding through public offerings, partnership, and grants. The fourth step is to negotiate and acquire target companies. And the last step will be to integrate acquired companies into BioV's existing operations. By successfully implementing backward vertical integration, BioV gains reliability because backward vertical ensures consistent supply of high-quality materials. BioV will also gain efficiency because backward vertical reduces production costs and minimizes downtimes. BioV will gain competitive advantage because backward vertical strengthens market position by ensuring product integrity and meeting market demand consistently. BioV will also gain financial health because backward vertical allocates more resources to R&D and marketing, accelerating drug development and promotions. And lastly, BioV will gain customer satisfaction because backward vertical enhances customer trust and loyalty by maintaining supply chain stability and product quality. The other strategy I recommended to BioV to help resolve its financial issues and be able to resolve all other challenges it is facing to ensure growth for sustainability and achieve competitive position in its market is diversification. Diversification strategy is a method of expansion or growth followed by the businesses. It may involve launching a new product or product line in a new market. Diversification helps companies identify new opportunities, boost profits, increase sales revenue, and expand market share. There are three types of corporate diversification. The first one is limited diversification. It is a strategy that involves a company to focus on one primary business area and deriving most of its revenue from a single line of business. The second diversification is about related diversification, which is a strategy that involves a company to expand into new businesses that are related to its existing operations. And lastly, we have unrelated diversification, which is a strategy that involves a company to enter into an industries or markets that have little or no relation to its existing business. To better understand Which among the types will most give an advantage to BioV? Let's start equating BioV into each of the types, starting with related diversification. Related diversification will offer the following advantages to BioV. First is it will leverage existing capabilities and knowledge for synergies. Second is it diversify product portfolio for new revenue streams. Third is it gives better risk management while maintaining core strength focus. Some of the challenges with this type of diversifications are high operational complexity. Second is significant effort required for resource balancing and allocation. Should BioV chooses to implement related diversification, it should focus on the expansion of the R&D areas such as the other neurological disorders. Let's go to the next diversification. Limited diversification will offer the following advantages to BioV. First is it will leverage core competencies to develop new drug treatments for related diseases. Second is it will optimize resource usage and achieve cost efficiency. And lastly, it will protect from risks associated with unfamiliar ventures. Some of the challenges with this type of diversifications are: first is potentially limited growth opportunities and risk of the market saturation. Should BioV chooses to implement limited diversification, it should utilize existing pharmaceutical expertise for similar diseases. Let's go with the last diversification type. Unrelated diversification will offer the following advantages to BioV. First is it gives protection from industry-specific economic downturns. Second is it diversifies revenue streams and customer segments for financial stability. And lastly, that it fosters new ideas and innovation from entering new industries. Some of the challenges with this type of diversifications are high complexity in managing unrelated businesses. It requires expertise in different industries and risk of diluting the company's core focus and resources. Should BioV chooses to implement unrelated diversification, it should focus on entering new and unrelated industries to spread risk and foster innovation. Out of the three discussed diversification strategies, my most recommended strategy for BioV is related diversification. Three reasons why this strategy fits best to BioV are: it leverages existing strengths and knowledge, it creates synergies and new growth opportunities, and it manages and mitigates risk effectively. These reasons make related diversification offers the most potential for long-term competitive edge to BioV. Let's do a recap of my recommendations. Align with BioV's current financial status, the ability for risk mitigation, and for BioV be able to leverage its strengths. I have recommended backward vertical integration and related diversification strategies for BioV to implement. Implementing a backward vertical integration strategy can significantly benefit BioV's Incorporated by ensuring a steady supply of high-quality raw materials, reducing dependency on external suppliers, and lowering production costs. This allows BioV to allocate more resources to R&D and marketing, expediting new drug development. Additionally, related diversification strategies leverages existing strengths while expanding into new but related areas, creating synergies, managing risk better, and opening new growth opportunities. For my final recommendation, BioV should prioritize related diversification to leverage existing expertise while exploring backward vertical integration opportunities to strengthen supply chain control. Why both strategies is imperative for BioV to do? Well, combining both strategies will provide a balanced approach to growth, risk management, and operational efficiency to BioV. This is the end of the presentation. I hope you have learned something from it. Should you have any questions and or concerns, please feel free to send it via email to my email address shown below. Thank you so much for your time and God bless.